YouTube, I would come with how Instagram changed women forever. I'm okay interested of what he finna say on here. Let's just go ahead and get into the video. Go new people, new subscribers. Let's get to it.
If one trend of 2023 shows how far we've fallen, it was the Barbie Botox. Named after the toy's signature long neck, the procedure spread like wildfire on Instagram after the release of the
What
film.
is that?
A series of injections to the trapezius muscles in the neck renders them unable to contract, which lowers your shoulders and makes your neck look slightly longer. Despite the risk of muscle paralysis and severe pain, thousands of people rushed out to get this hot new treatment. But this is a very recent phenomenon. No one did this in the past. No movie made people do this kind of thing. And that's when you realize that the Barbie Botox is just the tip of a massive iceberg, a trend that's hiding behind the surface. You see, the plastic surgery industry has been booming for years off the back of Instagram and TikTok. Invasive procedures go in and out of fashion every month, as a young impressionable audience goes from one insecurity to another, fed to them by Instagram's algorithm. Meanwhile, celebrities and influencers work hand in hand with the industry, making promotional posts and boasting about their procedures and the results. As new procedures dip in and out of fashion, influencers target people's mental weaknesses and make a fortune drumming up clients for the industry. And now that plastic surgery is growing fastest among young adults, looking to replicate the inhuman perfection they see on the app, it's time we really expose how Instagram is quite literally changing the face of the world.
Before we get into this video, bro, women, I want to tell you, regardless your shape, size, how you look, how short you is, how much, like, bro, you're beautiful. Like, I feel like there's so much that go into, like, especially, like, I know men play a big part of it, but social media does too. Like, you'll see, like, your biggest celebrity look like this, and she's getting this man, blah, 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 blah. Before we even get to this, I want to tell you, just as long as you have confidence within yourself, man, bro, forget these other dudes, bro. Forget them. I'm not gonna come in here and tell you, hey, if you do this, do that. Bro, you're perfect the way you are. Always strive to get better, but forget what Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, wherever you looking, bro. Like, you don't have to change who you are to be beautiful. Just work on yourself every day. Work on yourself. Believe in yourself every day. Like, just have confidence. There's so many people lack confidence within themselves, bro. Like, that's where you gotta start at. Just start having confidence. But you, like, for me, bro, what I had to do, I had to start working on myself first. Like I never looked ugly. I just never had confidence. And that's really the difference. Like, once I started focusing on, working out, my hygiene, smelling good, looking good, dressing good, nigga, that's where it's like, oh my god, nigga, I'm that nigga. And that's not to say, like, oh, when you say I'm that woman or that dude, that don't take away from everybody else. Like, you just acknowledging your own presence, your own looks. But yeah, before we get to that, I just want to say that you're good. Don't let social media take away who you are.
At the time of its founding, it would have been nearly impossible to predict the rise of Instagram into one of the biggest social media apps in the world. But looking back, it's easy to see that all the right ingredients were there for massive success. It all goes down to the founders Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger. The pair originally met while studying at Stanford, and even before they had started their careers, they were being headhunted by the big names in tech. Kevin Systrom even turned down an internship at Facebook to spend time studying photography in Italy. Kevin would go on to intern at Odeo, a small app which would later become Twitter. And afterwards he would then get headhunted by Google and worked there for 2 years. But even after a short time in the industry, Kevin was frustrated. He had just been passed up for a promotion and was sick of the culture of the company, and went against all the original ideas of Silicon Valley. Kevin wanted to fully throw himself into a creative idea and exploit an opening in the market by building something of his own. Kevin knew his old college friend Mike was just as ambitious as he was, and so he thought he would explain his vision for a new app, something he would tell Forbes in an interview a few years later. Mike Krieger and I created Instagram because we wanted a way to communicate visually. We realized that we'd be taking all these photos with our iPhones that would sit on our camera roll, and it felt like they should be seen, not necessarily because they were good photos, but because a photo that no one sees isn't really that interesting. Every photo you take communicates something about a moment in time, a brief slice of time of where you were, who you were with, and what you were doing. And funnily enough, their idea would prove to be one of the most lucrative ideas of.
But now I feel like that's true, but I feel like now social media is very nasty. Like, can I get real with y'all for a second, bro? Like, before I started doing, like, content creation, I didn't have an Instagram for, like, maybe since 7th grade, bro. I didn't have Instagram. I didn't post on Instagram. I only have Snapchat. I barely post on Snapchat, and if I did, it was on my private story or whatever. But bro, having a phone now like that, I do social media is like kind of exhausting, but it's also very fun. But it gets tiring after a while because it feels like all eyes on you. But like that's why you gotta give people a certain access, bro. You can't. And same thing with Twitter. Twitter is a very wicked and scary place, my nigga. Not gonna lie, nigga. Like if you go in there, bro, right now, bro, you can probably see somebody die just like that, bro. Like in like 7 scrolls max. Like I just don't really rock with my phone necessarily. So sometimes I try to take a break from it, or I try to get out of nature. Maybe you can't do that because maybe you live in the city or somewhere. But like I I don't promote like having a phone. Like if you gonna use your phone, bro, make sure it's for like communicating. You know, like how it's meant to be used, bro. Like I feel like we shouldn't be in everybody's lives, like to the point where like for example, what Kendrick got going on, what Drake got going on, and you over here fucking like arguing niggas in the comments about no, Kendrick meant this, Drake meant this. Bro, like at that point, buddy, you're lost. Like focus on yourself. Like, and I'm not, and that's no diss to y'all, cause I know like maybe I personally can't understand. So maybe y'all got to explain that to me in the comments. But like, I need y'all to focus on yourself. Basically, that's basically what I'm trying to say.
The 21st century, Kevin and Mike immediately got to work on Instagram, pouring everything they had into this new app. And in just 2 weeks, they'd already secured $500,000 of funding from investors and were starting to get it ready to launch to the public. But it still wasn't easy. It took the pair a year of work to get everything ready, and they still weren't prepared for what would happen next. Now, there was plenty of interest in the app, and they could tell this from the demos. And so as soon as they launched the app, within just the first week, Instagram had gained over 100,000 users in 2010. This was the highest amount of users gained for any single social media app in history. The service for the app and the infrastructure wasn't enough to keep up with the massive influx of users. The new company that barely had anyone working for it had already far exceeded expectations, and so they would have to invest tons back in just to keep the app functional, with back-end tweets and more processing power. And so the first year was just a mad rush to keep up with the user base, with Kevin and Mike sacrificing everything in their lives to keep it afloat. And just when they thought they had gotten on top of the growth, there would be more crashes and more problems to deal with. As time went on, and they streamlined the process, their hard work was richly rewarded. You see, investors saw this and knew they had to get a piece of the pie. In less than 2 months after its launch, the app already hit 1 million users, and Instagram was injected with $7 million of investor funding, particularly through System Silicon Valley connections. And users just loved how you could make your photos look so much better than other apps like Facebook. And the key here was filters. Brought in relatively early on to make up for the poor quality of smartphone cameras at the time, the introduction of various photo filters would prove revolutionary. With the touch of a button, users could iron out their wrinkles, cover up any blemishes, and transform their mundane experiences into picturesque moments. What was meant as a simple fix for the lacking technology of the time took on a life of its own. Filters gave Instagram an air of perfection and artistic expression that transcended the dull, boring photos your relatives were posting on Facebook at the time. Although Kevin and Mike could never have foresaw what they had really created and how this would be used in the future. But at the same time that Kevin and Mike were building the photo app of the future, something else was going on. Other people were laying the groundwork for an entirely different way to push past the limits of natural beauty. Now, if you're going to blame anyone for the massive rise in plastic surgery, then you have to talk about people like the Kardashians. They were unique among celebrities at the time because they truly offered nothing except for their image and their lifestyle. Coming to fame in 2007 after her viral sex tape, Kim and the gang went on to hold their 15...
That tape was trash. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all hyped that shit up. I wanted to go watch that bitch just for research purposes only. That shit was trash, bro. Y'all niggas hyped that shit. I'm thinking, bro, I'm finna see the most fucking knee shaking. But I'm thinking I'm finna see some crazy shit. Nigga, I get there, bro. I'm over there like, nigga, this gotta be a part of me, nigga. No. Really, nigga? Yeah, I ain't y'all nigga. Y'all niggas got me so pissed.
Decades. Kim and her family's signature look exploded onto modern culture and still has an effect on beauty standards today. The modern world's obsession with full lips, big busts, and stenciled eyebrows is in large part thanks to them. Of course, the image they sold to the world so easily didn't really bear any relation to reality. First, as you can probably guess, there's all the cosmetic surgeries and procedures they've gone through to get there, then countless layers of makeup, professional photography, and Photoshop are added on. But out of thousands of those photos, only a select few are chosen to be shown to the public. Before the rise of social media, this kind of deception was only available to the rich and famous. Even their own influence alone has a huge effect on the cosmetic surgery industry. When a 17-year-old Kylie Jenner boasted of getting lip fillers to achieve her signature look, online searches for the procedure went up by over 3,000%. The so-called Brazilian butt lift procedures have only grown in popularity thanks to Kim and her family. The procedure involves a surgeon taking fat deposits from elsewhere on the body and then transferring them to the...
This is sick. This is sick. This is sick. I didn't know this. Like, deadass? Bro, why are y'all so caught up in this? And, like, please, like, women who are watching this, bro, I really want to know, like, I want to understand, because I, like, what if I have a daughter, my nigga? Like, because I want to understand from her perspective. So, like, and I want to tell, like, yo, like, how in a world full of, like, BBLs and a bunch of women getting their body right, am I as a father supposed to be like, yo, like, you're perfect the way you are? Like, how can I tell her that when maybe her friends, teachers, fucking, like, everybody around her is gonna be, like, I don't understand, bro. Like, women, like, I know this is so cliche, but, like, personality is way overlooked. Cause, like, say, like, once you get older, right? Say, like, you 60, 70, 80. Like, how is your body gonna look? Like, what is all that plastic inside? Is that, like, I don't know, I'm asking y'all a question. Like, I genuinely want to know. Does that affect your body in any way after years? I don't know. I don't get it. And, man, we gotta ask ourselves too, like, is women just eye candy to us? Like, what, like, why do they looks matter so much? Why do some of us just put so much emphasis on their looks? There's so much, like, women are so capable of so much. I'm not saying that just to fucking sound, bro. Like, in my case, bro, women have opened me up in ways I never thought I could. Like, dead ass. Like, I see myself as a whole different man. Like, I don't even have kids. Just having, like, a girlfriend that I really care about, like, genuinely, and I just want to, like, get over, like, I want to learn so much about it. I want to cherish this woman. Like, I love this girl, like, more than anything ever. So, I just can't, would you want, to my man, would you want someone to treat your daughter the way you act towards, you know, your girlfriend or the girl you're talking to? Like, you gotta ask yourself that. Like, let's be for real.
Buttocks. Between 2000 and 2018, the amount of butt lift procedures has risen by over 250%. Over time, though, the procedures fades away and the results disappear, so regular procedures are required to keep it up. Even the Kardashians themselves regretted the procedure in the end, with Kim recently admitting that she'd stopped having her top-ups.
Wow.
The procedure is massively popular, but also incredibly risky compared to other cosmetic surgery. When it goes wrong, people can get nasty infections and sometimes require surgery to remove the implants.
Wow.
Or if the fat gets into the bloodstream, it can actually cause embolisms and blockages to vital organs.
Oh my
One in
God.
every 4,000 people die as a result of the complications, which is what led to the UK banning it in 2018.
Wow.
Eventually, they reversed the decision in 2022 after bringing in new safety regulations, but there's still a whole world of unlicensed practitioners performing a different version of the procedure. While they're not allowed to perform the surgical version with the potentially fatal side effects, they're still allowed to blindly inject people with artificial substances. It's not like the UK's ban really did anything anyway. The people who were determined enough to get it done were freely able to just go abroad to places like Turkey or Mexico where the procedure is completely legal and often mostly unregulated and far cheaper. Even today, there's countless adverts for this all over Facebook and Instagram. But nothing has promoted plastic surgery and made the world more plastic and fake than it's ever been like Instagram. The Kardashians might have remained in the background for most people, ending up as has-been stars like so many before them. But instead, their recipe for success based on their looks and their status alone was about to go global. And that was all thanks to Instagram. But how did an innocent photo sharing website become the money-making machine it is today? The answer is Mark Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg. You see, Zuck's vision for a social media business was a lot different compared to Kevin Systrom or Mike Krieger. While they were thinking about how to make money from people's photos, Mark was interested in commodifying the people instead. Even before Mark started Facebook, he had already demonstrated his true feelings towards his users. While he's rejected that the film The Social Network was true in his account of his website FaceMash.
Right, like they just can't wrap their head around the idea that someone might build something because they like building things.
The evidence shows that it wasn't that far off. Articles from Harvard newspapers show how he plundered Harvard's registers for pictures of people's faces. He then used these to create a website where people could rank each other on attractiveness, while the backend secretly assigned them their own rating out of 10. While it was quickly shut down, the stunt informed the future development of Facebook to a massive degree. Facebook did the same thing in turning its users into the product, just in a more sinister way. It was all about maximizing engagement for users, whilst plundering all the possible data they could find, and then selling this to advertisers and giving them easy targets for their campaigns was the final step in the profit machine. Whilst these weren't new ideas, Zuckerberg perfected them at Facebook. A combination of aggressive data hoarding and addictive design practices turned Facebook into one of the biggest companies in the planet, almost overnight. But already by the early 2010s, and Zuckerberg knew deep down that Facebook would be on the way out at the end of the decade, as he was failing to capture the next generation and was losing out to younger, more organic apps like Instagram. Meanwhile, things weren't amazing at Instagram either. Sure, growth was solid and the business was doing well, but after 2 years of grinding away, Kevin and Mike were sick of doing it alone. Now, they had built up a team by this point, but it was always an uphill struggle to keep up with the growth of the app. Some sort of merger or acquisition would put an end to these troubles. It would give them all the investments they needed, with the added bonus of the infrastructure to push Instagram to the next level. So after turning down a few other suitors, Kevin and Mike sold the company almost entirely to Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook in 2012.
Americans share photos on Instagram. A company with only 13 employees bought today by Facebook for $1 billion.
At first, it seemed like they made the right choice. Kevin and Mike were still semi-independent, and they were free to grow the app.
That nigga Mark Zuckerberg was licking his lamb chops. Boy, that boy said, nigga, give me that. Boy, what? Y'all just handed it? That nigga finna, bruh. I ain't gonna count. That nigga probably did some devious shit with that bitch. What happened in 2012 is the reason why that shit is what it is today. That nigga probably went on a devious run. What the hell?
However they wanted. And through the intelligent use of their new resources, Instagram had exploded in popularity. Within a year, they hit 50 million users, then 100 million a few months afterwards. But this all came at a cost, because it wasn't long before Mark came in to slowly force the founders out, along with their original principles, allowing Facebook to make changes to the app and its business model forever. In 2014, Facebook pushed for changes to the data hoarding practices, making the app use Facebook's invasive tactics. A year later, they gave advertisers far more power on the app, letting them run 30-second adverts and buying products directly through the app, compromising your personal information and data security with the new hands of Mark Zuckerberg, notorious for exploiting all of your information and using it against you. That's why while you're...
that's the thing though, you agree to it. Like, what the thing is, they know we ain't gonna read them damn privacy policy and agreements and all, bro. We're not finna read that shit. So we just say agree, and then we cooked.
Exploring services like Instagram, every sign-up or interaction might expose you to potential spam, scams, or identity theft.
Wow.
But imagine navigating these apps like Instagram with complete control of your personal information, never having to compromise your privacy for the sake of convenience. Well, this is where our video sponsor Cloak steps in. You see, Cloak uses advanced technologies like client-side encryption and zero-knowledge access.
I ain't gonna lie to you, that was an amazing ad placement. You almost got me. I didn't even realize for a quick second that it was even an ad. Not gonna lie.
Instagram added a whole suite of different editing tools. The app went from a place to post filtered pictures of your real life into a showroom for the best looking photos of yourself that you could possibly create. By 2016, they made it so algorithms would decide what photos the app would show you. Instead of giving you a timeline of the photos that your friends had posted, Instagram would only show what it thought you would engage with the most, laying the groundwork for the addictive design that Facebook had already mastered. When Facebook began pushing for location tracking, it was the final straw for Kevin and Mike. They hated the direction the app was taking. They saw that Zuckerberg was using their app as a machine that turned people's addictions into a weapon against humanity. They thought that Zuck's push for maximum engagement would lead to some of the worst problems that we see today in society.
Wow.
The environment on Instagram was now
So
constantly
it's this nigga
to
fault.
get the most followers and the most likes on your photos.
Don't
Always
apologize
had to
to
look
me,
the best
nigga.
you possibly could for the algorithm, with the aid of Instagram's inbuilt Photoshop. Unlike the founders, Zuckerberg didn't care at all that the problems on the app would soon spill over into society. As long as it kept making him billions, it didn't matter.
Wow.
Eventually in late 2018, Kevin...
Zuckerberg, what the hell you doing with the damn money, my nigga? Cause shit, it ain't going to your clothes, nigga. What the fuck, what is you doing? What? Bro, I feel like at a certain point, bro, like, somebody, I don't know who it is, somebody, whoever in control gotta ask themselves, bro, I have a big ass influence. And it's the amount of money I'm getting worth what I'm doing to humanity. If not, my nigga, go ahead and be like, bro, we're gonna stop right here. Like I feel like, bro, there's not, what, at a certain dollar amount, what can you do with money? You feel me? Like, once you reach $1 billion, right? What is $2 billion gonna do? You feel me? Like you, right? It's hard as fuck to spend $1 billion. So I'm just saying, what can you do after a certain amount of money? You could probably do the same thing with the certain amount of money, just more. No, that's about it.
Mike gave up fighting against the tide and just decided to leave the
It's hard as hell to spend $1 billion.
leaving Mark Zuckerberg free to fully realize his plans for Instagram, and this has had an awful effect on society ever since.
Wow.
You see, plastic surgery was still a niche industry up until this point. It was only reserved for medical purposes, Hollywood actors and trophy wives. It wasn't nearly as common as it was today, but all of this changed with the arrival of Instagram in the early 2010s. Almost overnight, we saw a rapid transformation in how people presented themselves online, and the images of people we see. Now, we've already discussed what the Kardashians and other celebrities would do to get the perfect picture. After the surgeries, camera angles, and airbrushing, the final image is barely recognizable as the person it depicts. Instagram puts this power into the hands of the people. With the high-powered camera in people's pockets, they could take what would have been a normal photo, add a filter and some Photoshop to it, and create a vision of perfection. All the little flaws and blemishes that make people human got ironed out. Now nearly anyone could achieve the level of unrealistic perfection that graced magazine covers for years. On its own, this would have been troubling. For decades, people worried about the negative effect on people's self-esteem and self-image that beauty magazines in Hollywood had. But Instagram took this to the next level. 100 times by turning it into a global competition with millions of fans and billions of dollars on the line for the win. So of course, it wasn't long before people realized that to win this game, you had to go as far as possible. For the Instagram algorithm to bless you, you had to do whatever it took. The more focused on your image you were, the more money and popularity you could get as an influencer, constantly being dangled over you, your feed showing you all these people, sucked into the same Instagram algorithm, tapping into all your primal needs, playing into men's sexual urges, and for everybody's desire for fame and attention. It became about selling the illusion of perfection. For a successful influencer, every photo pushed this narrative a bit further forward. They showcased their perfect bodies, their perfect lives, relaxing by pools, in million-dollar yachts, penthouses across the world, smiling with their equally perfect friends. It didn't matter that none of this was actually real, and that it was all a fantasy. I mean, strip away the filters and the staged moments, and you'd just be left with a sad picture of self-obsession and insecurity. Living this way and focusing your whole life on your image is a terrible recipe for disaster. You would expect models, the people who are selected by society as the best looking people in the world, to have the least problems with critiquing their own appearance. But in fact, it's the opposite. Over 40% struggle with body dysmorphia and disordered eating. But this was just for models. This used to just be for these kinds of people, whose entire livelihoods depended on their image. But in the last few years, Instagram...
This got me questioning so fucking much. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. If y'all look at my Instagram, nigga, like, listen, if y'all think I'm a perfect ass nigga, if y'all think I know how to dress, I do. But nigga, I don't want to stress over this shit, nigga. Like, nigga, bruh, I could give y'all stories about each fit, nigga. Like, most, I'm not, nigga, I don't have nobody eating dysmorphia, and that's not me trying to be like, no, like, bruh, I'm just basically trying to say, bruh, fuck it. Bruh, fuck it. Nigga, I'm not trying to be the best looking nigga in the world, or the most coolest. Shit, there might be, bro. I might try and be the most best looking, bro. There might be somebody in the United Kingdom might pop out. That nigga is gorgeous. Like, you, shout out to him. There might be, and if I'm trying to be the coolest, there might be a nigga fucking in Mexico popping this shit. Like, man, bro, I'm just trying to say, bro, like, bro, trying to keep up with this person, that person, bro, you gonna get lost. Bro, ride your own wave and stop looking to your left and your right, bro. Wonder if there's sharks in the water. Cause once you start looking, boy, that's when the shark gonna bite your ass, bro. Look, stay straight. Cause look, while you over there looking around in the wave, bro, that nigga's trying to catch up to you. The shark is trying to catch up to you. I don't know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna lie, I be yapping like a bitch. I be yapping. Sometimes, bro, like I'm too self-aware. Sometimes I be talking mid-talk. I be like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Like, what the fuck? What am I
But
talking about?
globalized this toxic mindset because of the results of this grand competition for visual perfection. All of the perfect illusions posted by influencers online were eaten up by the hundreds of millions of users Instagram gained in just a few short years. Some parts of Instagram culture, like using filters and photoshopping your selfies, entered the mainstream and affected the rest of the internet. It all had the effect of making everyone subconsciously disappointed with their own comparatively boring lives. If you weren't part of the influencer
Everybody
elite,
like
then your
boring,
life was
Loki.
worse than the ones you'd see online every single day.
My life boring as shit. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So don't look at my Instagram and be like, oh, this nigga lit as fuck. Boy, I work damn near I work every day. Even when I'm taking the pictures, I'm working. And after them pictures, I'm working.
And if you didn't have the flawless figure and perfect face like the influencers, then you just weren't good enough to join the club. The algorithm wouldn't bless you. You'd just be left in the bottom of the barrel, constantly refreshing your likes to see if anyone would give you more attention. And over time, this has led to a huge rise in insecurity, mental illnesses, and body dysmorphia amongst young people in particular. All of the perfection made people think that the natural imperfections that everyone else has was something to be ashamed of. Inevitably, influencers were ready to swoop in and sell solutions to the problem they had made worse. Most of them promoting harmless temporary fixes like their own cosmetic brands and makeup. The Kardashians would gain hundreds of millions of followers on Instagram and promote their makeup
300 million
process. But for some of these Instagram fueled insecurities, there was only one way to really change it. If you wanted a bigger butt like the models on Instagram, a slimmer waistline, bigger boobs, or for guys a better jawline, a better face, plastic surgery was the easiest and quickest option. It didn't matter that it was fake. If it worked for other people, it would work for you too. The whole insecurity was built on fake image to begin with.
Wow.
And so Instagram has duped tens of millions, even hundreds of millions of people into thinking they had a real problem. And that the only way to fix this problem would be through medical procedures.
No.
If you could just save up enough money, maybe you could look like your idol. Maybe then you could get enough likes and attention to finally feel worthy. Little do people realize it's an endless problem that you'll never be happy with.
Exactly.
Of course, plastic surgery won't fix your insecurities. After one procedure is over, something else pops up that needs to be fixed. Realistically, even if you don't mind plastic surgery, it's still better in moderation. A few touch-ups can be seen as a positive thing if it doesn't lead to more insecurity, but the beauty standards that Instagram was pushing didn't push people towards moderation. Instead, they made everyone else want to look the same. And the more of your friends that got plastic surgery, the more of your idols that got surgery, the bigger the desire you'd have yourself for getting surgery. People call it the Instagram phase, characterized by perfect skin.
This is like a horror movie. What the fuck am I watching? What the fuck? Bro, I think there's a limit, bro. I think there's a limit to what we know. Because I feel like the more that I learn about life, bro, the more this shit gets kind of scary, bro. The more I be like, yo, who are we? Bruh, like, when I say this, I'm not trying to be rude. I just don't understand. I don't. And I'm not trying to say, I'm different. I don't understand. I'm not trying to stand out by saying I don't. I genuinely do not understand. Like, why are y'all doing this? Like, even when I was at my most confident, you know, I don't think I never looked at somebody and be like, I want to be like, I want to, not be like them, but like, I want to look exactly like they look. Bro, you worthy of self-praise. God, I don't know if you believe in God, but I do. God made us all individually, like, look how we look. So you got the face, like, everything you got, bro. Hey, take that and run with it. Like, I feel like people, I don't know, people put so much value on bullshit. Like, money don't matter, yo. Money don't matter. Your looks don't matter after a while. Like, I know, like, you might not have multiple options, but why would you want to have multiple options, my nigga? Cause, like, that come with more problems. Like, it comes with, like, say you do got a girl and you start I see people mess up good families over one night, bro. It don't matter, bro. If you can find one good girl, and it might take a while. It might take a while. But as long as you bet on yourself, bro, does it really matter, my nigga? Like, who are we becoming? Like, I don't know. This seems so. I don't know. Don't it seem like a horror movie or some shit? Like, this seems like the horror movie is like where it started off like this, but everybody start like doing it. Like everybody, like there's no more niggas like me that don't understand it. Like everybody in the world, and then like at the end of the movie, like everybody look the same jaw, same nose. Like it's fucking what are we doing? Calm down, bro. You're good. You look good. Look, if anybody told you today you look good, hey, you might not have the best drip in the world, but nigga, hey, as long as you smell good, hey, you making improvement. You went to the gym today, you making improvement. You not seeing any progress. Go harder. Look, give yourself some grace. You whatever you done today, bro, give yourself grace. And if you ain't did none today, get up, do something, breathe. Let yourself know it's okay. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Okay, I didn't do good today, but listen, let me do one thing today. One thing that I haven't done. One thing I said I was gonna do. And get it done. You good, man. You're good, woman. You good. You good, whoever you are. You're good. You're good. Let yourself know that you're worthy of love. Love yourself. You don't need nobody to love you. You don't need the social media likes. And as a social media nigga that's trying to make it, I gotta remind myself that shit too. I see niggas like I be comparing myself sometimes. I'm like, bruh, this nigga picture ain't as hard as mine, but my shit gets 10 likes. Why is this nigga over here getting 500,000? Brandon, you gotta remind yourself, nigga, you're good. You're worthy of, bro, regardless of, do it for you. Do it for you. That's why I tell myself every time, do it for you. So, I've been posting for months straight. Fuck it. I'm doing it for me. I'm not trying to, bro. And regardless if it blows up or it doesn't, do it for you. Love you. You're good. Bro, I'm going to repeat that so many times, bro. You are worthy of any and everything that you want in life. Just keep working. Don't quit, bro. It's right around the corner. It's right around the corner. Love yourself. Love you. I love you. If you don't love yourself, I love you. Like, love yourself.
Luscious and full lips, sharp cheekbones, and long eyelashes. It's become what millions of young women around the world dream of having. Of course, it's only possible with surgery, Botox, and Photoshop, and the world will move on to a different beauty standard before long. But this hasn't stopped people from trying to achieve this illusion. It's especially noticeable in celebrities, and promoted everywhere on Instagram's algorithm. Whether or not plastic surgery is involved, tons of models, singers, and movie stars have slowly changed their image to match the Instagram template. Ariana Grande is a good example. You can see the progression towards the Instagram singularity over time with this picture. Notice how her eyes have gone stretched out, her nose has changed, and her lips have gotten fuller.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't pay like nigga. I'm so damn like nigga. I didn't even peep that shit until the nigga said. I was like, what the fuck happened?
Also lost an unhealthy amount of weight, which is a huge problem when it isn't healthy. Obviously people can look whatever way they want to look, but there's something really sad about all of these young people getting duped into thinking their natural beauty isn't good enough. The modern standards that Instagram and its whole culture have imposed on people drives them to do this to themselves. Of course, that's not the only soul-destroying app that pushes people towards cosmetic surgery. Improving your performance on dating apps are also some of the top reasons people go under the knife. The most popular dating apps focus the courtship process almost purely on what people look like. People look at your picture for a second or two, then make a split-second decision on whether you meet their standards. You can easily see why plastic surgery would give you an advantage for this. Filters and editing helps, but it's too obvious if it's done poorly. An artificial face underneath all of that makes the final picture much more effective. Lots of the procedures that give you an Instagram face also work especially well with filters and airbrushing. So much so that some people design their own faces to look especially good in their online photos, whilst losing something when you actually look at them. While you may think the Instagram face looks good on Instagram itself, next to a group of normal people in real life, it just looks kind of strange and alien. One thing about all the ways Instagram has led to the rise of plastic surgery is that it doesn't discriminate by age. In fact, young people and even teenagers are much more susceptible to the coordinated coordinated attack on your self-image that Instagram delivers. While the Instagram face doesn't really bear any relation to people's natural faces, it is similar to someone who's in their early to late 20s. All the teenagers browsing Instagram and wishing they looked that good attempted to get procedures that make them look older rather than younger. This is the reason why plastic surgery and cosmetic procedures are growing fastest amongst people under 30, and even faster in teenagers. Some of these procedures are what's called preventative plastic surgery. People are getting Botox and other things done in order to prevent future wrinkles, not just fasten the ones already there. I mean, it's truly insane that people are trying to fix a false problem that hasn't even happened yet because of one app. Another far more disturbing procedure is buccal fat removal. It's been all the rage on Instagram for quite a while now because it matches the current beauty standards online. Even if you don't know what it really is, you'll recognize the effects. In the procedure, a surgeon makes cuts inside the mouth and removes what's called the buccal fat pad, which rests under the cheekbones. The result is far more prominent cheekbones and that sunken, hollow look that's all the rage right now. It makes you look far older and your face look thinner, but it's not without giant risks. The procedure itself can be painful and dangerous, but as people get older, their faces naturally get thinner and the natural layer of fat on your face gets less prominent. It's an irreversible procedure. All of the people getting it might regret it 10 years down the line, unless they were going for that skeletal look in the first place. If we want to look at where we might be in the future with the rise of cosmetic surgery, we only need to turn to South Korea. The country is in the future of plastic surgery.
Really?
A third of Korean women aged 19 to 29 have undergone the knife, and the numbers just keep on rising, especially amongst young people. 60% of South Korean high school students want to get surgery in the future. There's
What are we doing? 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 What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? What are we doing? That's why I don't fuck with, bro. I'm trying not to cuss, bro. But that's why I don't rock with like what certain people be saying on social media, bro, and what some people be promoting on social media. Not gonna call out names or nothing, but like, bro, it's okay to go to school, bro. It's okay to work a 9 to 5. It's okay to like, bruh. It's okay to be human. Why are y'all trying to make it like? How are y'all trying to perfect humanism? Is that a word? Humanism? Like, how y'all trying to perfect the daily life of being a human? Nigga, some days I'm not finna feel like doing shit. Okay, some days when I feel like I don't feel like doing stuff, I'ma get up. Some of them days I'm not. That's okay. This is crazy. Fuck. Bro. This make me realize more, not even just about women, just about life. My nigga, you gotta watch what you put out into the world, bro. I realize that. You gotta watch what you put out into the world. That's why I try to like I always try to speak positive into like on these like videos and just like in general. Not just because like you put out good energy, you're gonna get good energy back. But it's more like, bro, I'm just a good person, and well, I try to be a good person at heart. I'm not doing this just to sound good. I genuinely want people to realize their worth, bro. Cause it's sometimes hard when you see somebody your age or whatever have way more success than you, or what you consider success. Like, it's just, bro, you're good. I want to know you're doing just fine. Keep working. And regardless, like, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to see, how do I explain that even if whatever you're doing never gets seen, are you fine with that? Like, say, like you work hard every day, right? And, like, say, like, you, like, could be Elon Musk, but you never become that famous. You still got like a good life, but it's not as big like as Elon Musk. You don't get them as much money as Elon Musk. Like, are you comfortable with that? Y'all answer that question down below. I'm actually curious of like what y'all gonna say.
There's even stories of young people winning plastic surgery vouchers from their schools to help with their future careers. So what's going on here? And is this a warning for the future of the West? Well, one theory is that it's all part of a push towards stricter conformity and a move away from individualism. In a culture where your social standing and your reputation are highly valued, losing face can mean everything. Breaking cultural norms and deviating from what's expected of you can damage both you and your family's reputation. With so much value put on that by everyone else, people who break away get ostracized and excluded from society. One of the many problems that this can cause
Wait,
has
somebody
come
over
about
there?
with
Oh, I don't know
modern
about that.
society's focus on looks and aesthetics, both in the West and in South Korea. While we might have Instagram face, it's a relatively new development compared to South Korea's rigid beauty standards. The same facial features are valued above all others and plastered on every billboard, commercial, TV show, and music video. Conforming to this standard has become the same as any other social rule or cultural pressure. It becomes almost rude to assault other people's eyes with your appearance if it doesn't match the cultural mold. Your face and how you look get wrapped up into the idea of success and happiness pushed by the rest of the culture. No wonder plastic surgery is so popular. It's become the difference between getting that promotion you've been working towards and missing out.
Really?
The same thing that's happened in South Korea has also come to China as well. The industry is booming there now. The amount of people getting surgery increased by 600% between 2009 and 2018. This huge demand has led to a sharp spike in unlicensed and dangerous plastic surgery that's led to some truly horrifying results. And what you're seeing here right now is the work of a mysterious figure known online as Dr. Kim. He came to prominence on TikTok after these videos showing his patients' uncanny transformations went viral. They're clear examples of what can go horribly wrong with plastic surgery. The facelifts are so tight it looks completely unnatural, and people are paying a fortune for this. Their natural beauty has vanished under an artificial glaze, and you're left wondering whether they can even smile or frown.
Bruh. It's okay to get old. Nigga, that comes with age, bro. You're blessed. You're blessed. This is killing me, bro. This is killing me. I ain't gonna lie. This is a hard video. I ain't gonna lie. This is hard video.
Frown anymore. Now it makes sense through the lens of cultural conformity. The pressures to look young and attractive are so high that people are led to these extremes and are willing to do anything to achieve that sense of perfection. Even going to unlicensed butchers like Dr. Kim. And Tuve's series investigating these images has led to some really dark stories, as it appears that Dr. Kim is not one person but a pseudonym used by a shady unlicensed plastic surgery company called Shanghai Huzong Medical Beauty Clinic. And from the evidence he gathered, they've been accused of using expired drugs, have been sued by multiple people and companies, and they've even trafficked counterfeited drugs to use in their practice.
Wow.
Whilst these pictures definitely aren't indicative of China's entire beauty industry, they do show where criminals can turn a profit from exploiting it. All the normal, even handsome people you see in the before pictures aren't happy with how they looked because their culture made them insecure, and opened the door to criminals looking to make an easy buck, with no regard for what their victims will have to live with for the rest of their lives. And it seems like the West is moving further towards this point of cultural conformity with the help of Instagram, the biggest promoter of these artificial beauty standards. Sure, there's more virtue signaling than ever. Everyday corporate media outlets tell people that differences are good and that we should love our own features and characteristics, whatever they might be. But at the same time, it does seem like we're going in the opposite direction. The pressures to have a perfect body and face is so high. Nearly everyone on TV and in films looks pretty much the same, all completely plastic, fake, and hollow. It doesn't matter what the context is in Hollywood now. If your shirt comes off in a movie, you need a six-pack and you need to be on steroids, and then also lie about it. The dating world is by far the best indicator for how selective people's beauty standards have become. With modern dating apps and our image-focused culture, your face needs to pass the swipe test before you can even play the game. More and more men and women get pushed out of the system, rejected because they no longer conform well enough to the modern Instagram face beauty standard and its male counterpart. And so much exposure to inhuman perfection on Instagram has warped people's standards and made a whole generation of lonely outcasts. There's even people talking about an incel revolution nowadays, as more and more people get pushed to the sidelines without any romantic interests, while at the same time, another huge section of people are becoming literally plastic. That's why you should never expose yourself to the toxic sludge that Instagram promotes, as every time you go on the app, you're subtly, subconsciously becoming more and more insecure. Disconnecting from Instagram's twisted beauty standards means that you can actually truly appreciate people that the rest of the world might not even see.
Amazing video, my nigga. You killed that shit. Yeah. What I gotta say is, use these apps the way they was meant to be used. Connect, network, pose, get off. That's what I do. But then sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, nigga, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I catch myself scrolling too much. I'm like, nigga, hold on. Get your bitch ass off this damn app, nigga. What the fuck is you doing? And then sometimes I'll see my pictures. I'll be like, nigga, what the hell you been looking at these damn pictures, nigga? They good, man. Damn, chill. or I gotta pick the perfect song, or I gotta do this, or I gotta do that. Forget it, bro. I don't get it, bro. I get it, but I don't. Why are we like this? I don't know. Some of our education is trash. I don't know. I'm trying to see like the best way to like. I'm trying to give us a solution, but it's like everybody gotta chip in. Like you can't just. But I feel like you gotta be It gotta start with celebrities, my nigga. The same way like this shit started with like the Lux Maxin and the Meal Wing and all that other bullshit started with celebrities. I think like celebrities gotta be like, yo, bro, you know what, bro? This is how I look on a daily basis. Boom, 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 boom. Like not just one, not even just a handful. A lot of them. Some of them gotta come out and break the facade they've been holding on for years. You know what, bro? I do steroids. This is like some of them just gotta come out and just be like, yo, this is how it is. And I feel that's gonna change a lot of like how people look at different things. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts and opinions down below. This video was very hard to get through for me personally, but I want you to know that I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next video. We out.